So I'm gonna start off by raising the price to cigarettes. Raising the price wouldn't really matter because it still contains the nicotine. So it doesn't matter what price you put it, they're addicted to it and they're gonna buy it at whatever price it gets. Just as it is with gas. When it was $5 a gas, I didn't want to buy it, but I had to. I had to get to work, I had to come to school. I had to buy it. It's something that's a supply and demand. No matter what price you put it, people are gonna want it because cigarettes are wanted by the smokers because of the nicotine. They're highly addicted to the nicotine. Daniel has said that 3 years is not much on education. If you know that a baby in the first 3 years develop 80% of their brain, you can know how much they can absorb. So in 3 years, for example, when you enter high school and 3 years from high school, you're in your junior year, you learn way more in those 3 years. And that's the thing that we're trying to do with this policy. We're trying to teach them what it is and more effects. So it's giving us 3 more years for them to learn, to go through these programs that are working, because we acknowledge they are declining, yet we want more. As for norms, you said that 18-year-old smoking at 18 is a norm? Yeah, there is norms, and you said norms don't change. I remember about 50 years ago, gay marriage was a norm. Gay marriage wasn't a norm, and it's closely becoming a norm now. If you ask a younger kid about gay marriage, they're gonna think it's totally normal. You ask my grandpa about marriage, he'll shoot you. So norms do change over time. Norms change. So coming up to this, every day 580 kids who have not already experimented with cigarettes become regular daily smokers. This is because of the nicotine, which is highly addictive drug, and adolescents who are still going through critical periods of their growth development are particularly vulnerable to these effects. Research on nicotine dependence shows that the key symptoms of addiction and get strong urges to smoke of anxiety, unsuccessful quit attempts, and according to a 2010 report prepared by a European Union group and distinguished scientists, tobacco has a substantially higher risk of causing addiction than heroin, cocaine, alcohol, and cannabis. Over the last 50 years, tobacco control effects have led to some 8 million fewer premature deaths. However, more than 40 million Americans still smoke. Smoking is on a decline, and it will continue to decline even if there was no policy change. But raising the legal minimum age of access will lead to 3 million fewer smokers by 2060 than there would be otherwise. And it was stated by Richard Bonney, head of the Institute of Medicine. And as towards our policy, as stated, it would only change the age from 18 to 21, and just like alcohol, you would get ID before purchase. We know and acknowledge that there will be crimes committed by teens and by getting their hands on tobacco products, and as stated, is because of these years smoking at 18 has been but a norm. And our youth is our future. Our policy won't directly impact our current youth, but it would impact our upcoming generations. We would have crimes committed, and crimes are committed when they break the law. So once the 18, as you stated, what's going to happen to our 18, 19-year-olds who have already smoked? Well, they're going to be considered criminals. It's the same thing. When you're breaking the law, they're criminals. And a law is implemented for those, it's to help the safety of themselves and the community around them. Most laws are implemented for safety. And that's what we're trying to do with this law, with this policy, implement their safety and for them to acknowledge and know what it is and the problems of tobacco consumption. So with this policy implemented, we will create a new norm for our upcoming generations, our future. And with this generation, we will see the big change. Thank you.
Norms doesn't change, they've been moving 24 hours for like as long as I can remember.
That's why it is for our next generation.
That's like a new norm for the next generation.
Norms
for all. 25 hours a day.
Yeah, I don't think norms is
norms.
past 25 years.
I don't think